1, 2, 3, test, test, test. Yes, it should work. Whoa, how about we do something illegal? How about we just skip the countdown? Everybody, welcome back to the channel. Everybody, it's a special stream, which is why we are in the studio setup and not at my big flight simulator rig. I would like to, check out with you guys the brand new 777, an airplane that some people say people are more excited about than the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. How are you guys doing? Yeah, I skipped the countdown. We are rebellion, blah, blah, blah. Everything is fine. And we are here on board the beautiful 777-300ER, which has just been released like 2 hours ago for the Microsoft Flight Simulator for a price of $77.3, which I think is a symbolic number. All right, here we go. Welcome aboard the PMDG 777. Isn't this nice, and isn't this an appropriate airport to start off this flight? What I can already notice is that the performance is pretty good. I think it was some creators that have already, told me that while the 777 luckily has similar performance to the 737 that PMDG came up with, so this is pretty good. You know what? I want to turn on the plane myself, so let's go into the, I think, electronic flight bag. I think that's where we're going to find the preferences as well as the panel states. I want the airplane to be off, and so we can try it out, okay? Ground operations. No. Ground vehicle, no. Door management, no. Automated ground ops, no. Ground maintenance. There's a lot of things to do. That's already good thing, right? Where are the panels? I want to turn. Why is the airplane turned on even? Like, the engines are literally on according to the flight simulator. We cannot. Yeah, they are working. Maybe it's just a bit broken. I can go full power in the engine, but it won't really work. No, and we even have some particles. I think this may not be the best of starts. I have no idea what's wrong. Maybe let's go to FS actions. I guess here we can do like the that 737. We can, yeah, there you go. Panel. Let's set up cold and dark. I want to see how does this plane start up. What does that feel like? Everybody, $7.3. I think we should check this out very thoroughly. Why are the engines working? You're not supposed to be working. You're supposed to be turned off. This is a bad start. And now, all right, now it's off. Now it's off. We can still go full power according to the flight simulator. That's a little bit confusing. All right, that doesn't matter. Welcome aboard the beautiful 737. And you know what? Before I, make a video on this plane, I wanted to kind of check it out, have a bit of a preview shared with you guys of this airplane. Let's take a look into the cabin right here, where we see the business class configuration of the PMDG airline, probably the most generic business class configuration in the world. Not too bad at all. What do you guys think? Have you guys already bought the 777? Have you guys already done this? Have you guys already purchased? This is, I guess, the premium economy. No, that's not. Okay, it only has business and economy class seating arrangements. So let's go into the cockpit, which hopefully works. There we go. And let me see if we can turn on the plane. I mean, we already learned how to fly the 777 from Thrustmaster. Although it may not be a very realistic Thrustmaster. I mean, Captain Sim. What am I saying? It's very late in the night. I guess. Something that's always interesting is how hyped the PMDG simulations are when they, publish their planes. Because the for servers are always overloaded. Like not sometimes, but all like with the 737 release, the server was so overloaded you had to wait for a few hours to actually download your plane after purchasing it, because it takes a while to ship out. And for me, yes, I also had to wait a little bit. So there we go. We've put on the battery. That's nice, and we can already tell, well, most of the cockpit works, which is pretty cool. There's lots of things to, I guess, unpack here. I think I should have done this in like a VATSIM flight, but I don't have the time right now. I mean, it's not my fault that PMDG released this airplane in literally, nearly midnight here in Europe land. So it's kind of hard to make this work. But here we go. Come on. I want to turn on the airplane. So here's the electrical switch. Let's maybe start this all over again. We want the electrics. So battery, turn that on. Which doesn't do anything here. I wonder, maybe I should use the checklist. That is, I guess, included here. Please be included. Come on. Electronic flight bag. What? I think this is the checklist here. This could be the checklist, but it's grayed out. So there's it's hopeless. So that's great. Come on, I want to turn on the airplane. So let's turn on the APU, set that to start. Why is this airplane dead? Work! Does anyone know when's coming to the Microsoft Flight Simulator store? I don't know. I think they told, they said something about, oh now it's working. Now it's working? What's happened now? Okay. That's not bad. We can hear stuff. We just cannot see the panels. Why aren't they showing up? So, yeah, that's kind of what the deal is. 777 takes a while to start up. Perhaps I'm reading this wrong. Again, we are used to Captain Sim. Eyes fat! Thank you very much for your support. Thank you. So I wonder. I guess we are used to the 777 by Captain Sim, and so it takes a bit of a while to readjust to something that's kind of realistic and something that kind of takes a while to start up. I mean, that's kind of normal, I guess, in a big airliner like this. It takes a while for the batteries to heat up and all that stuff. I don't know what the processes are. I mean, we've got a huge computer room down there. So let's see now. Why are the panels not panels? Why are the panels not turning on? Okay, that's a little concerning. I don't know what's wrong. Did I not set up? Maybe something I didn't set up here. Primary guard. So this should be set to on. I think that's all good. I have no checklist that I can utilize, but I would doubt that we by now would not have in real life the panels turned on. Huh. Also, it isn't powered by just a battery. You need ground power APU. Okay. Well, okay, so I know this. Okay, I know this from the 737, which has at least the pilot side of the primary flight displays. Well, kind of these displays, they turn on, but I guess that doesn't work here. So in the 777, so we have to turn on the APU, which I hope turns on now. I mean, we've kind of done the start switch so many times, but I guess we can hear the APU turn on, which gives us a glimpse of hope. A glimpse, at least. The smallest glimpse in the world, right? So let's maybe take a look now. I can hear something in... That's interesting. What's wrong? Hold on. Brickyard, why did someone donate? Don't stop. All right, I should check that out. So everybody, there we go. After a while, yes, it does take a bit of a while for these systems to come on. We've turned on the primary flight of all the instrument displays of this airplane. So I guess this is like real life. I would have never expected kind of the operation to be like on maybe Captain Sim's 777, so that the whole plane turns on immediately. I've always thought it was I kind of doubt that the realism always. So now all we need to do is find a way to initialize the airplane. Where are the ADIRs? I know we're not supposed to speak French, but where are the ADIRs? How do I land this airplane? Because I'm not, this is something that we have never done either. We have never done that because Captain Sim it just didn't have, it didn't require you to set this up. Position initialization, and we just use this as a reference point. All right, that already worked. Okay. All right, not bad. Okay, beautiful. There you go. Primary flight display, all is working. That is quite nice. So let's go ahead. Can we pick up the phone? No, we can't. No, we can't. So the thing is, the new Flight Factor 777, the X-Plane equivalent, I would call that, kind of is going to be very interesting as well, because it will have little quirks. Like, you could, I think in the Flight Factor, you even pick up the phone and talk, or like pretend to be talking, which is kind of cool. So now let's go ahead and turn on the airplane. So that means we're going to have to turn on the fuel to run here on the right engine, and the engine starter. Where's the engine starter? I'm trying to find it now. This is a very unfamiliar airplane. Where is the starter switches? There they are. So engine right start. Let's maybe make sure that our bleeder is working. How you doing, Swiss 01 Kitten? This is absolute stupid. Click the pen on the left window three times. Trust. 1, 2, 3. What does that do? It doesn't do anything. At least we can unlock the window, or we can move the clipboard. That's kind of cool. We can do all sorts of, okay, it does have some quirks. We can, for example, push the window down. I just don't think, 1, 2, 3. That doesn't work. Anyway, our right engine is starting up, which is great news. And so now we're going to turn on our left engine. Perfect. Just like that. Oh, our engine fail right. I don't care what you say. Right? So, I mean, it's already been kind of discussed how, well, realistic this airplane is, because it'll have so many cool, interesting stuffs, you know. Oh, yeah, okay, all right. That's kind of the interesting hand that they were talking about. So the thing is, in order to make a flight plan and import it into the FMC from your sim brief, which will show up here on this iPad, you kind of always needed to have the camera and tilt it, type, tilted, type. And so they added this, which is kind of creepy to have like this thing. Hey, how you doing, QWERTY? That's a super What a original name. How can I get rid of the hand now? Ah, all right. I can just press on the hand. All right, fair enough. So let's go ahead and turn on the left engine as well, which should be working. I'm just wondering now. So this is the EKIS. I'm trying to figure out how to interact with the EKIS display because it has amazing features that we all don't know. You know, we all don't know, but I don't know how do I access them. I just wonder. So this thing obviously isn't touchscreen. So I have to find. I mean, on Airbus there would be something like this here. Luckily, all the switches work. EKIS. No. All right, no, that doesn't work. Display control. No, doesn't work. Anyway, we hear the beautiful sound of the 777 starting up now very nicely. Right from an autopilot panel. You guys are amazing. All right, very nice. So here we can see all we need, as well as in-op, which I guess would be cameras. That's kind of cool. How you doing, Flight Man 87? How you doing, man? So yes, I know that. I knew of that because I mean, I've already tried it a while ago. So it is a TC6 for X-Plane 10, but that was so far. That was so long ago. So this is cool here. So something we could do is, you know, in-flight information. What does that do? Departure clearance required. Okay, so here, request. Departure clearance request. So you can kind of talk to ATC. I guess this is compatible with the VATSIM network, which is really cool. Company, I mean, this is all we can access here. So there's a lot of things here we can do. ATIS request, oceanic clearance. So for example, if you want to fly across the pond, or a TWIP. So we can set here our network, VATSIM network. It's kind of cool how sophisticated this airplane actually is. So let's go ahead and finally start flying because we can. Checklist non-normal, landing altitude. That's something to do with the pressurization. We'll never reach altitudes where we need the pressurization system of the 777, so we don't mind. You know, we actually do not. Let's maybe see taxi now. So something we need to do now is go to the where's the menu? And then we can go to FS actions and remove the chocks like that, and that should get us rolling. It should get us rolling, and it is getting us rolling. So that is very nice. I know this. We are taking off from a runway that is definitely not meant for the 777, but that's absolutely fine. We have some beautiful particles here, which is actually not from PMDG itself. It's from another add-on, I think, called the Realistic add-on. It's not here. I think it's this one, right? Yeah. So sim effects. This is pretty cool. Yeah, it kind of adds some little effects. I've never made a video about it because these effects are not super interesting. Like, you know, particles, cool, but nothing more than that. So come on, move. What's wrong? Is that fire? Conflict flaps. Flaps are good. Flaps are absolutely fine. Or do we need 20? How do we set a takeoff config in this airplane? So maybe C, come on. I want you to go ahead and taxi now. Why are we stopped? Why are we stationary? Why are you stopped? No, now you're not. All right, great. Let's take off with the 777. The good thing is we can trust that the flight model is realistic, not as Captain Sim, which is practically a 787. This is now a real 777. We shall actually use the displaced threshold right here and try to take off with this airplane from Le Mans, Saint-Tropez, France airport. Let's do this. We are good. We've got no alerts on the side from the landing altitude, which would be the pressurization panel here, which I don't think about. Who gives a damn? All right, let's take off now. All is fine. We hear the GE90 engines. GE90 engines are making this plane go forward. I mean, this plane isn't, you know, price-wise so far away, super far away from 777 by Captain Sim, which is the sad part. And Jesus, we've got a lot of performance. This airplane isn't the heaviest now. We are at 5% of fuel, which I guess makes it more interesting. Let's maybe take a look at a beautiful gear animation, because that's what we want to have. Yes. Very nice. Gear stops spinning like that, and we can do practically a vertical takeoff because we're near empty. I like this very, very much. Let me try to come in for a landing here at this airport called Montpellier, which is nice. So here we are on the 777. The flaps are not fully out. We can see some slats exposed still. I mean, I would like to see a little bit of wing flex actually. It's quite a flexy wing that the 777 has. So that is really not bad at all. I mean, yes, I think I should have tried using this airplane in sort of a... What's wrong? Something's wrong. Oh, something's wrong here. I think the auto throttle's turned on, which reduces... Okay, so the auto throttle turns on automatically, which we don't want. Auto throttle arm, left and right, we don't care. We want to go full power and see what this airplane can offer. I don't know why the landing gear just came down. So I thought we lost the engines for some reason. Maybe someone donated like 20 bucks, which always makes me lose the engine. But yes, we should actually have tried the 777 in sort of a that sim setting. We shall do that. Maybe try to see. Well, airlines, there are some destinations that are, you know, not that far away, but need a lot of people. You know, there's a lot of demands. And so maybe you could fill up a whole airplane, a whole 777 with passengers. I mean, they did this in Europe last year, and we didn't hate it. Right, flying the A340 from Frankfurt to Paris, Germany to France, which is a short haul flight, practically. But we didn't care. Flew the A340 anyway. So, I mean, the G90 engine's performance is absolutely incredible. We're gonna come in again for the Montpellier airport. Now, there is so much to unpack here with this airplane, and I'm not giving it enough justice. So what I want to try here is the sim rate. PMDG has always been very famous for their sim rate settings. How can we do that? For example, make the flight smooth. So there's something called auto cruiser, by the way, which is really cool. It kind of, we're not supposed to crash. So it kind of, well, if you have a route set up here in the FMC, it kind of, it kind of flies for you and makes sure you don't die and crash, which is great. What liveries did it come with? Well, none. Well, this one, obviously, it didn't ship, but, well, you have the PMDG Operations Center, which lets you download tons of uploaded liveries. Obviously, PMDG is not like Captain Sim, and actually lets users, well, do their own liveries because they have a paint kit. So you can create your own liveries, you can fly your own liveries, so that's kind of cool. I'm just trying to figure out, where's this airport that we're supposed to be flying to? Can I already see it? I think I can already see, we might just be way too high. Because we're already at 13,000 feet. The airplane's power is amazing. Let's maybe see how much we can flex the wing. Because actually, that's something I wanted to... Oh, yeah. Yes, take a look at that. I mean, we all know birds. Birds, they have... Well, they do very efficient flying through their wing flapping. Right, Flappy Bird. They do that very well. Very good. Yeah, so let me see. Try to descend right here. We're at 340 knots, which is going to be good. We have our airport down there, Montpellier. I think I should have descended a little bit earlier, but we're nicely able to descend further and further, and we're happy, and we're good, and we're alive, and we're fine. We're a little fast. But I just wanted to find out, well, how fast can we climb? And it's pretty fast. We've got 100,000 pound of thrust per engine. So let's maybe see, can we do a landing that's hopefully going to be better down here at this Montpellier airport? We're kind of trying to do like orbits. I'm trying to put out the speed brakes, which I guess it won't let me do very well. Come on. You should be able to do this. Stop complaining. Ah! Flight man 87. How you doing, man? So, yes, everybody, it is now time that we land the 777. The spoilers are nicely, slowly coming out. Slow pace, all fine. And we now have got our Montpellier airport destination behind us. Yes, you could kind of fly this plane like a VR plane. It's very sturdy, it's very fast, and it can probably well, use short runways or something. 777 is a flying piece of art. Yes, it's one of Boeing's airplanes, new airplanes that they didn't have a scandal. As far as I'm aware, like it didn't have a scandal. I mean, 737 had one, 787 had one. I think the 777 has proved to be quite solid so far, so that's great. So do all the buttons work? Yeah, let's go to the nitty gritty. So yes, the circuit breakers do not work. That's a shame. Something that also doesn't work is nothing else. I mean, everything seems to work here. Camera lights. I don't know what that does. Overspeeding. We don't care about overspeeding. We've got our beautiful airport now, and it's going to work. It's going to work just fine. Right, airport is down there. So we're coming in nicely for landing. We are not even overspeeding anymore. I hope the PMDG team is not watching me fly this airplane very poorly. So here we are. Landing strip is down there. The beautiful Mondoya Airport. We can already, well, try to put out the landing gear. I don't know what the speed limitations are on that, but hey, it's coming out. So I guess we must be some sort of fast enough, or slow enough to put out the landing gear, which will stop us even further. So that's good. Something I really want to try out as well is, of course, the failures, because we can do that. So I mean, that's kind of cool of PMDG always. So PMDG setup, and here we have aircraft and failures. I'm just not sure what, for example, fire, random, yes. No, I don't want that. Programmed. APU fire, for example. So this is kind of cool. Engine fire. Obviously, that won't give us any animation of fire. We just hear a very loud alert. Fire end left. We don't see engine fire in the 777 by fly-by-wire. I guess that's a bit of a shame. But hey, I think just having the failure model like in the 737 is kind of nice. So there we go. We are nicely descending and coming in soon for our little Mondoya Airport. So there we go. Landing gear, we should put that up. Down. Come on, down. Wrong way. There you go. Airport is down there. I'm trying to come in nicely while trying to find out most about this airplane. Yeah. So let's do this now. Fire engine left. It's fine. Auto throttle disconnect. Not bad. Let's go ahead now and try to land. I know we've got a fire in our left engine. What I like is the sound here, by the way. Let's turn off the engine fire. Actually, I want that to be off. Can I fix it? Is that gonna fix it? Sure hope it does. I mean, the power is okay. Power seems good. So let's maybe see now. Should we butter? I think it's time to butter. We should butter. We should very much butter. So let's get the landing gear. Everything's down. So flaps down, landing gear down, target speed 140 knots. I think that's a good idea. We actually do not have a left engine. We do have a left engine. So this plane flies normally now. I would kind of like to butter now. Try to land. This is gonna be good. I sure hope so. Caution, terrain. I don't care.
Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain.
Good. It's all fine. Trust me.
Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain. 20, 10.
Did I do a tail strike? I think that was a very excessive flare. I think that was insanely excessive. And we are stopping very quickly. Did I do a tail strike? Did I do a tail strike? You have to be kidding me. All right, take a look at landing here now. For some reason, the animations are broken, but hey, that's kind of a Gizmod problem. But take a look at this now. Did we do a tail strike? Sure hope we didn't. All right, that's all fine. I think this has been a beautiful landing. Something that is interesting is, yeah, I mean, Guys, let's be real. I don't know. I mean, we all like the flight simulator, Microsoft, right? But honestly, I kind of always feel like the landing physics are a little goofy. Like, even with this beautiful PMDG, take a look. I mean, it kind of looks not real if you compare it to like how X-Plane looks while landing. I don't know, it just kind of seems a bit off. I don't know, it's just always... But here you go, we did a tail strike, that's fine. Something that I'm very impressed by is how quickly we were able to stop. I guess something I want to try is performing landings at short airports, runways. Runways that are maybe not the longest. We should do that now. What should we do? I mean, at low weight, the 777 seems to be insanely performant. Yeah, X-Plane physics are always the best. Yeah, I always feel like the landing here just feels a little bit more real in X-Plane. Yeah, it's kind of, like, physics-wise, it's kind of weird. It's not like the, while flying, it's not bad at all. But while, yeah, it's a bit strange. Let me see now, where should we fly? I mean, let's go St. Barth. There's no chance in not doing that. I mean, I'm going to cover that in tomorrow's video. But hey, I mean, we are Swiss 01. I really want to try this. What I'm kind of impressed by, actually, is the loading times, which are genuinely impressive. They're not bad. So, come on. Yeah, because to avoid tail strike has to be 8 degrees on the primary flight display. So 8 degree bag, 8 degree ascent practically. So we should try to avoid doing that now for next time. Good. So here we are. Look at that. I think, well, that load up time is pretty good. There's always this weird startup screen here. I really just want to see. I mean, this was good performance. We were able to fly at very low, very low speed actually. So let's see now. This is not what the PMDG is made for. This is made for beautiful flying. I'm trying to, I mean, look at this. There's quirks here as well. Sun visor stowage. We can, why are we rolling? I've got the brakes out, you idiot. You're not supposed to be doing that. All right, let's go take off now, full power. I want to see the PMDG 777 perform well. Let's do a static takeoff somewhat. Good. Flaps are coming out while we are very, very much quickly accelerating. This is an insane quick acceleration. I mean, the 777, the flight model really doesn't seem bad now. Captain Sim's 777 always seemed very slow for what it is. I mean, this is a ginormous airplane, but it seems to be... Is the music too loud? Should I fix that? I'm sorry. Should I fix that now? Is that better? Sorry, I didn't mean it to be that loud. Thanks for the feedback, though. All right, let's see if we are if we can land now. That's kind of what I want to try next. What does landing look like at St. Barth's? Come on, you should be able to do this. Flightman 87, how are you doing? Oh, this is cool. Take a look at this tail strike. It actually let us know. Oh, thank you very much of the past. Of our past mistake, we were reminded. So this is still a damaged airplane. We don't have any visuals, I guess, on the tail strike. We didn't see any sparks, which is something that's now been at. Oh, why is the autothrottle turned on now and is annoying me? Like, it's even set to 176 to 176 knots. I don't know why we're going so fast. So that's what we see now. So it reminds me of a tail strike. Still feels a bit loud. Okay, I can turn it down maybe a little bit more. Is that better? Maybe I can turn the volume up, the microphone up. The default 787 has that as well. I never noticed it because I never tail strike because my landings are perfect. Talking about landings being perfect, we should go around because 200 knots is just way too fast for our beautiful St. Barth Island. So, I mean, we've got so much here to unpack, right? So this stream just kind of served as a way for me to find out, well, what can this airplane do? By the way, what the hell? Why are we not why are we not able to slow down? I want to do that now. Come on, like that. Come on. Oh, what is happening now? Just let's try for the third attempt. Yeah, for some reason, I'm still struggling with the flaps and the spoiler surfaces and triggering them. So I always have to use the mouse to trigger them. That's something I have to set up. But that's kind of the same thing on the 777 as well. So here we go. We are now nicely, take a look at how nicely we are losing speed. So that is perfect. And our stall speed is also going down. So that is perfect as well. We should be able to stop with this ginormous aeroplane. We are not. I couldn't pull up. Plane didn't respond to pulling up. Now Mike is too loud. Shut up! Okay, we're not gonna look at whatever happened just now. Ah! Yes! Take a look at this! We've got brakes on fire! Oh, well, brakes glowing! That's amazing! Because we, of course, use 100% of our brakes. I mean, yes, we kind of, yeah. And it also wears the tires. I guess this is something that I'm going to have to figure out in the video. I'm sorry, guys. I know this is going to be one of the shortest live streams in the world. But I'm just kind of, this is kind of my first impression of the 777. Here we have a beautiful, beautiful little cabin. Beautiful one. Not bad. Not bad at all. I mean, this is a relatively expensive airplane. It could have costed $7 less, but hey, that's fine. I mean, there's stuff that's kind of just added that's kind of nice. I mean, take a look at the fluff. Have you ever seen such fluff? Have you ever seen such fluff? Let's be honest about the fluff. Yeah. So, I mean, something I'm going to have to definitely make a video on is wearing the tires out. Do as many full stop landings as we can. Take a look at here. We've got brake temperature, tire pressure, tail strike. We've completely worn down the airplane within 30 minutes. Thank you very, very much. Everybody, I'm leaving now. I have to go to bed. Thank you, PMDG, for, well, putting this airplane out at midnight practically, or well, sending the download link. But this is a great airplane. I can't wait to review it tomorrow. It's going to be great fun. It's going to be a great journey for us. And yes, smoke. Up in smoke is the 777. I'll do more streams, maybe in this configuration, because the audio quality is much better. And I can maybe talk to you guys a little bit better. And I can scream a bit better in the microphone. So everybody, thank you guys so much for watching this stream. I'll see you guys in the next one, I promise. As always, good night. Maybe a video will be good. Maybe I'll find something to hate on, but I don't think there will be anything to hate on, though. So everybody, thank you guys so much for watching this stream, and I'll see you guys in the next one. As always.